2 years after Colorado passed a first-in-the-nation law to ensure our private thoughts remain private, Congress is now following suit.
A bill in the U.S. Senate aims to protect our neural data, or brain waves. It comes as neurotechnology rapidly advances. Your political reporter Sean Boyd has been following the so-called brain race.
And this is fascinating.
Yeah, we're talking about brain-computer interfaces that are capable of mind reading and telepathy. Really. Big tech companies have developed devices that can restore partial vision, translate thoughts into words, and allow paraplegics to move cursors with their minds. While those devices are still in testing, there are dozens of others you can buy online. Some so state-of-the-art, a UC Health neurologist is using them in studies not possible until now.
Just open and close my eyes for 2 minutes, and then we'll have some useful brainwave data.
From headphones that can tell the age of your brain to a headband that can help rewire your brain, Neurotechnology is unraveling the mysteries of the mind, and Dr. Sean Pazowski is among those probing its potential.
The more you can map out the function of the brain, the more you can change it.
A neurologist at UC Health, he's using devices like these headphones embedded with medical-grade brain sensors to study everything from amnesia to dementia to epilepsy.
We are learning that there are patterns in the brain waves and in the data that help predict when a seizure is about to start.
Pazowski says the wearable devices allow him to track seizures as they happen and, using artificial intelligence, decode brain waves to predict and even prevent seizures.
In terms of health and public safety, these could be a game changer.
AI has done what humans couldn't do, decipher encrypted patterns in our brainwaves, patterns that change as we age. Pazowski is hoping to flag those changes early and slow, perhaps even prevent, dementia and Alzheimer's in some patients.
If your measured brain age was higher, say, than your biological age, then you may be a candidate for doing some kind of intervention.
Interventions like the Muse, which can highlight specific regions of the brain.
My language is located about in that area.
And using electrical stimulation and neurofeedback, rewire the brain to help with everything from depression and anxiety to addiction and phobias.
Brainwave earbuds.
Pazowski is studying it for brain fog, using real-time brain activity to study its effectiveness. There are devices that use music to regulate mood, light to increase creativity, and glasses in a wristband that allow for hands-free use of your phone and computer. There are even sensory shoes that promise to stimulate the mind and body.
It's really the proliferation of these tools and different options that are going to drive the insights, both medical and wellness, when it comes to the future of brain health and really human flourishing when it comes to the brain.
As you might imagine, the ability to identify specific brainwave frequencies associated with specific conditions raises ethical concerns, especially since private companies have access to that brain data, which is why Pazowski, who is medical director of the Neural Rights Foundation, led passage of Colorado's law, which expands the State Privacy Act to cover brain data. He is now working on similar bills in other states and helped draft the Management of Individuals' Neural Data, or MIND Act, at the federal level. You know, as I've said before, privacy of our minds may be the only privacy we have left, right? And perhaps it has never been more important to protect it.
Well, it's really fascinating stuff, too, and you saw it there in your story. I mean, the amount of things that they can do and the different ways that they can use the technology is really incredible.
So hopeful, right?
Yeah, it seems sci-fi, but really there are just so many incredible uses for this. But important to protect it.
Yes,
100%.
Thanks, Sean.